Genesis 26. There's a famine in Canaan, and Isaac is tempted to go down to Egypt where things are better. In the Bible, Egypt always represents the world, but he knows that going down to Egypt is not a good idea. Every time God's people, including his father Abraham, had gone down to Egypt because of famine, there were in the end huge problems. So he doesn't go to Egypt, but we're told Isaac lived in Gerar. Where was Gerar? Gerar was the border town between Canaan and Egypt. It's as if, well, I didn't go into Egypt. I went right up to the border. And what happens? He also falls into big problems in nearly losing his wife, just as happened to Abraham when he did actually go across the border into Egypt with his wife. It's rather like a situation in the book of Hosea where God says to Judah, do not go to Bethaven and sin. And you look on the atlas and you see, there was Judah and there was Israel. Israel are worshipping idols. Judah said they weren't, though they really were, and they would hop over the border to Bethaven, sin, do their idol worship, and hop back to Judah. And it's the same here. It's like getting as close to sin as you can, so you think. Like living at Gerar. Go right up to the border town with Egypt, but apparently don't go over. Well, he did, effectively. Do not treat sin like that. Do not think, well, I can get away with it. I didn't actually do it, but I got right up to the border. It's like seeing how close you can paddle your canoe to the edge of the waterfall and think, well, if I go there, I won't go over. You very easily will. If you love God, you just won't have that mentality, as if you're trying to juggle with brinkmanship. How close can I get to sin? I love sin. How close can I get without doing it? Can I watch a movie about it, but I won't actually commit adultery, fornication, and the rest of it? I won't actually commit fraud and murder and theft, but I'll watch a movie about it because it's sure great. You see, if you love God, you're not interested in that. I don't want to see how far I can get from God without going over the waterfall. I want to get closer to him. How far away from the edge of the waterfall can I get in my canoe? Not how close can I cleverly steer and manipulate my canoe. Love God. Love his ways.